even see it. You remember the movie Creed, right?
Yeah. It was a pretty good flick.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a very good flick. And they're gonna have a sequel coming out too.
With Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to bring back all the old, actors from the last movies, from the first three movies.
Yeah, from like the first three or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work out, but I'm crossing my fingers. But got a little piece of trivia, man. I was watching the original Creed the other day. I hadn't seen it in a while, so I was watching it and everything. And then I noticed that our boy Danny, you remember Danny from the previous show, the Wilkos World show?
Yep.
He was actually in the movie.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, it was cool, man. The funny thing is that the camera was pretty close to him, but he had to point out where he was in the movie, even though the camera was close to him at one point. I'm like, are you serious? And it didn't make any sense when he explained it to me. He's like, yeah, I'll show you. So he actually had, on his phone, he had
footage.
Yeah, he had the footage of where he was. So, I'm watching him, the thing. And he's like, all right, it's in the beginning.
When he's fighting in Mexico?
And he's fighting in Mexico.
So he was an extra in California or in...
No. He said that they shot it in Philly. They shot it somewhere in Philly. There was a casting call, and they needed extras, and he's a big, he loves the Rocky movies, and he's a big boxing fan.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, great. So he went off, I think he took a day off of work or went on his day off, and got there early, somewhere in Philly. They were shooting some gym, I think, or something, or whatever. I don't know. So there's a scene where he's walking out, and you obviously see it's supposed to be Mexico. Well, it's actually Philly. So around the
similar.
Yeah, so same thing. Just the mustaches are a little different, and instead of tacos, there's cheesesteaks. So when he walks up to the ring, and the camera's behind him, when he walks to the ring, before he gets into the ring, he kind of stops a little bit and he's looking at the ring. Off in the, I want to say the upper left corner, there's somebody over there cheering. And, if you're looking at a clock, he would probably be at 10 or 11 o'clock.
Okay.
That's where he would be on the screen. If you're looking at the screen as a clock, he would be about 10 or 11 o'clock, and he's in the back, way in the back, cheering. As Creed steps into the ring, the camera starts to pan. It starts to kind of move to the side and rotate around the ring. And as you see him walking into the ring in the background, in the foreground, you see silhouetted shapes of the people's heads who are in the crowd. And a little bit, maybe 10 seconds or maybe 5 seconds or 10 seconds after, as it's passing through people's silhouetted heads, you see the back of his head it's shaded.
Yeah.
If you didn't know it was him, you wouldn't, obviously you would just I don't know that guy, but because we know what he looks like.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, it's the shape of your head and your glasses. and he's like, yeah, that's me right there. So he paused it, and sure enough, he's sitting there silhouetted for a half second, raising his arm, cheering. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, yo, yeah, he said it was crazy, man. He's like, yeah, I'm in a major motion picture.
That was his introduction to Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm like, well, he told me, he's like, I'm in a major motion picture. I'm like, well,
yeah, right?
Yeah.
You're more like the background of Street Fighter 2. People just cheering over and over again.
I was like, he said that. I was like, yeah, but so was the fire hydrant on the street when he was running up the street with the motorcycles behind him. That was in the movie too. But he said it was really cool. He said it was interesting. I think he said it was the first time he was ever on a movie set, and he was like, yeah, he goes, they did a few takes and stuff like that, and that was it. He said it was a long day. But but those movie shoots take forever. They could be on set for 16-hour days, 17-hour days.
Doing one scene.
Yeah, doing one or two scenes, it's a lot of work. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to actually see. I'm like, hey, I know that guy. You see that blurry object over there? I know him.
I know that blur.
Yeah, I know that blur right there. I wonder if Stallone at any point walked up to him and said, hey, you got a big mouth. You know that?
Go for it.
You got a big blur, you know?